Hey, Broncos country, how's it going? I'm here with that fire in my chest, ready to dive headfirst into a discussion that's been keeping Broncos country on edge. Should the Denver Broncos extend our edge rusher Nik Bonitto's contract? Grab a beer, kick back in your chair, and let's chat like we're tailgating at Empower Field at Mile High, because this conversation is going to have us dreaming of sacks, pick sixes, and maybe even a Super Bowl ring. Today we're breaking it all down about Bonitto, his insane 2024 season, the impact he's having on our defense, the talks around a contract extension, and what this means for the future of our team. And, of course, I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should we open the vault for Nik or wait another season? Let's interact, because here we're the voice of the fans. For those of you who are just hopping on the Broncos bandwagon or who've been a little out of the loop, let me introduce you to the guy who's making opposing quarterbacks sweat. Nik Bonitto, our 25-year-old edge rusher, drafted in the second round in 2022 from Oklahoma. This guy is a pressure machine with explosiveness that even reminds me of the legendary Von Miller. Yes, I said it, and I'm not exaggerating. He's got that lightning-fast first step, a dip-and-rip move that leaves offensive tackles in the dust, and coverage skills that make him more than just a QB hunter. But it hasn't always been this way, right, Broncos country? In his first year, 2022, Nik had a pretty quiet season. Just 1.5 sacks, 14 tackles, and fans were already starting to grumble, saying he wouldn't make it. His weakness against the run game was a problem, and with the departure of legends like Von Miller and Bradley Chubb, the pressure on the kid was massive. But as we know, here in Denver, we don't give up easily. Bonitto spent 2023 showing growth, with 8 sacks and 13 tackles for loss. And then, in 2024, my friend, he exploded Broncos country. Hold on to your hats. In 2024, Nik Bonitto finished with 13.5 sacks, 2 defensive touchdowns, a 71-yard pick six against the Cleveland Browns, and a 50-yard fumble recovery against the Indianapolis Colts, 22 quarterback hits, and a presence on the field that helped our defense rank as the number 1 in the NFL for quarterback pressure, according to Pro Football and Sports Network. That's right, number 1. Do you remember that game against the Browns on Monday Night Football? Jameis Winston thought he was about to have a party, but Bonitto grabbed that ball out of the air and ran it 71 yards for a touchdown. The crowd went wild, and I know you guys at home did too. Then, the next week against the Colts, he scooped up a fumble and turned a tight game into a blowout. These moments aren't just plays, Broncos country, they're game changers, the kind of stuff that can flip the script on a season. And that's not all. The guy was named a Pro Bowl starter and second-team All-Pro by the Associated Press. That puts him in the same category as beasts like Max Crosby and Danielle Hunter. At 25, he's on track to be one of the best edge rushers in the league. But as we know, talent like this doesn't come cheap. So, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the contract. Now, Broncos country, here's where it gets serious. According to reporter Chris Thomason from the Denver Gazette, Bonitto is seeking a contract that could exceed $20 million per year. And sources like Zach Stevens from DNVR are saying negotiations could start at $23 million a year. That would put him in the same range as guys like Bradley Chubb, $22 million, and Rashawn Gary, $24 million. But here's the catch. Nik is entering the final year of his rookie contract in 2025. And if we don't strike a deal now, the price could go even higher. Or worse, he could end up on another team. GM George Paton has already made it clear that he wants Bonitto in Denver for a long time. In an interview at the NFL Combine, he said, "Nik had an incredible year. He's a dynamic player, and we want him here for a long time. But the burning question is it worth paying all that money now after just one elite season? Or do we let him play out 2025 and use the franchise tag in 2026 if he keeps soaring?" Look, Broncos country, I know there are fans who are a little hesitant, like, what if 2024 was just a fluke? What if he regresses? It's a valid fear. Vance Joseph's defensive scheme uses a lot of blitzes and disguised fronts, which helped Bonitto shine. Some analysts, like the guys at Mile High Report, point out that this approach could be vulnerable to regression. And then there's the issue of stopping the run. He's improved a lot in 2024 with 12 tackles for loss, but it's still not his strongest suit. On the other hand, think about this with me. The edge rusher market is inflated. SpotTrack projected a 4-year, $102 million deal for Bonitto. That would make him the third highest paid edge rusher in the NFL. If he puts up another 10-plus sack season in 2025, that number could jump to something like $28 million per year, like Josh Hines-Allen or Brian Burns. So locking him in now could actually save money. And if we let him walk, just imagine Bonitto sacking Bo Nix while wearing a Chiefs jersey. Yeah, no thanks. I don't even want to think about that. Broncos country. Let me remind you why Nik Bonitto is more than just stats. Our 2024 defense was one of the best in the league, and he was a cornerstone of it. Alongside Jonathan Cooper, Zach Allen, and Pat Surtain II, Bonitto helped turn our defense into a wall. We finished the season with the top pass rush unit in the NFL, and that's no small feat in the AFC West, where we face monsters like Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert. But it's not just about sacks. Bonitto brings versatility. He drops into coverage, he picks off passes, remember that pick six, recovers fumbles, and he's always in the right place at the right time. Vance Joseph said in an interview he was a great pass rusher in college, and now he's a great pass rusher in the NFL. His growth in run defense and strength on the edge has earned him more snaps. That shows he's evolving, learning, and becoming more complete with every game, and Broncos country, we're in a window. With Bo Nix playing solid as a rookie and the offense starting to click with guys like Marvin Mims Jr., the defense has to stay the heart of this team. Bonitto is the engine that drives that defense. Without him, we lose that game-changer factor that keeps offensive coordinators up at night. I've been checking out the buzz on X, and Broncos country is split. But there's a ton of love for Bonitto. The crew at DNVR Broncos posted that Peyton is eager to keep Nick, and the replies were filled with stuff like, "Pay the man," and "He's the future of our defense." But there are also some cautious fans saying, "Let's see one more year." So what about you, Broncos country? Are you team open the vault or wait and see? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear what you're thinking. Also, Bonitto is loved here. When he was drafted, he said in a press conference that he felt like the Broncos really wanted him and that he was blessed to be coming to Denver. That kind of energy connects with us, right? We want guys who wear the orange and blue with pride, who feel the weight of that legacy. And Nick is showing that on and off the field. Just for perspective, let's compare Bonitto to other high-paid edge rushers. Max Crosby of the Raiders makes $23.5 million a year. Danielle Hunter with the Vikings is in the $24.5 million range. Bonitto, with 13.5 sacks and 2 defensive touchdowns in 2024, is right there in terms of production. And he's younger. At 25, he's got another 5-6 prime years ahead. Now think about Myles Garrett, who makes $40 million per year. Bonitto isn't quite there yet, but a $23 million a year contract is fair for what he brings now and what he could become. And since the edge market keeps rising, signing him now could be a smart play from Peyton and Sean Payton. Just imagine this, Broncos country. It's 2025, and our defense is still terrifying. Bonitto and Cooper flying off the edges, Zach Allen dominating the line and certain locking down receivers. Bo Nix is growing in the offense, Marvin Mims is stepping into that WR1 role, and we're dreaming of a deep playoff run. Bonitto, freshly extended, is out there sacking QBs and making clutch plays. That's the kind of vision that gives me chills. But there's a flip side, too. If we don't extend him, 2025 could be full of uncertainty. Bonitto could be playing with one eye on free agency, and if he blows up again, the price tag climbs even higher. Or worse, we end up slapping him with the franchise tag, which brings drama, or we lose him to a rival. That's why I think the smart move is to lock him in now. Show Nik he's part of the long-term plan and keep building around this defense that's making us proud. So here we are, Broncos country. What do you think? Does Nik Bonitto deserve the bag now, or should we wait another year? And while we're dreaming, what's his ceiling? Could he be the next Von Miller? Maybe even Defensive Player of the Year in 2025? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's keep that orange and blue energy sky high. Broncos country, this is our team. This is our passion. Nik Bonitto is proving he's someone who can carry the torch for this defense for years to come. So let's support him, believe in him, and trust that the best is yet to come. Until next time, and as always, go Broncos!